Welcome to part 8 of Ask a 4-5, where in this weekly installment, I will go through my Discord, sometimes my YouTube comments, and my Instagram DMs to answer any type of questions you guys might have, whether or not it's tennis related. This is your host, Mark Sanset, on the squeaky ergonomic chair. Let's get started. Stefan is asking, does your game style use more spinny or flat shots, maybe even both? I would consider my game style as a defensive baseliner. So I have to use loopy balls to really push my opponent back and give myself a chance to be on the point on the attack when the situation calls for it. So I would say that my forehand is definitely my loopier side, but my stronger side is actually my one-handed backhand. And even though I don't have nearly as much spin and height naturally coming from that side, I still am able to attack with that side a lot more comfortably than my forehand. So hopefully that answers that question. If you guys haven't already, hit that like button and consider hitting subscribe for more original tennis content, and hit that bell because the YouTube algorithm kind of sucks when they come to notifying you about the channels that you subscribe to uploading brand new videos. So if you guys want to see more original tennis content, match play analysis, and most of all, tennis string reviews and racket reviews that are absolutely unbiased, hit subscribe. Thanks. CalibreWolf is asking how to beat pushers. This question has probably been asked ever since the dawn of the 4-5 NTRP rating system and state league matches, and actually probably tennis in general. And this is complicated. And to be honest, I don't think this segment would do that question's answer justice. However, I do know that MEP/green shirt guy, his name's actually Ben, from Tennis Troll channel, is coming up to Wisconsin to play a certain someone you know at the Essential Tennis Court. So hopefully the question's answer will be evident when that match play video comes out very soon. CalibreWolf, I hope that tickles your fancy. Jill is asking, what should I have done differently against Mike? Jill is referring to a recent tennis match I played at Essential Tennis where I did lose to Mike, who also went to Whitewater about 5 years after I did, and obviously has a lot more success on the tennis court than I ever will. And I lost to him, I believe, 1-3 or 1-4. But Jill, to answer that question, I would say in the first set, I was being way too defensive, and I was letting Mike dictate the point right from the get-go in like 90% of the points that we played out. What I did differently in the second set, and obviously this is a little bit of sarcasm other than just buoying more, maybe I should have buoyed in the first set, but what I truthfully did do better in the second set, and I found some success and even broke him, and I think it was up like 3-1, was I was swinging out aggressively, and when I was missing, I was missing. I was making good errors when I was swinging out in the second set. And, you know, obviously it didn't work out, but I found more success doing that type of tactic than being way too passive in the first set. So Jill, hopefully that answers this question. Jeff Lynn is asking, what is the best type of tennis balls? Truth be told, I think there are two types of tennis balls I personally like to look out for. The Wilson Trinity balls have actually been absolutely fantastic on indoor training for group lessons, even the ones that are hitting fairly hard. I'm talking like D3 to Division I college-bound high school athletes that play tennis with me on a very regular basis. The Trinity balls work fantastic and they're extremely durable. They're not a true bounce, but they do their job fairly well, and in the long run, they will save you money. But for match play, for tournament play situations, I personally believe the best tennis ball for hard court, for both hard court indoor and hard court outdoor, is the Wilson US Open Extra Duty. They're a little bit pricier, but I personally think, especially after you know, a ground stroke game to 11 or 2, they feel very nice off the bat, and they're a very, very consistent bounce. So Jeff Lynn, hopefully that answers that question. Muscleman is asking, how do I serve big even though you are kind of short? So I believe my average first serve speed for indoors is anywhere between 110 and 115 miles an hour. The fastest serve I ever clocked was 127 miles per hour in kind of like a king of the court format, so it wasn't like a huge pressure situation. Yes, it was indoors. No, I was on the ad side up the tee. Again, I would never pull that serve out or even attempt to pull that serve out in a serious tennis match unless I was up like a set and 2 breaks, because it's such a low percentage shot. And to be honest, it's kind of a flex. But the reason why at 5'8" I could serve consistently around 110, 115 for first flat serves is because I do have a good shoulder muscle and a good rotator cuff that still is staying relatively healthy, even approaching at the age of 31 years old. I turn 31 next month, April 23rd, if you guys do want to buy me a birthday gift, because my 30th birthday was, unfortunately, under lockdown because of the recent quarantine events that happened in 2020. So good body mechanics, loose, strong shoulder muscles going all the way up to the bicep through the forearm, and having proper technique is the best way to have a good serve even though you are on the shorter side of the spectrum. Fabrice Santoro is asking what my shoe size is because apparently him and a few others want to buy me really nice tennis shoes or dress shoes. Gel Resolution 8s? Or the Nike Vapor Cage 4s, please, if you guys are wondering. My shoe size is 9.5. I do have relatively, actually very, very flat feet to the fact where I actually have to use insoles so I don't like break my foot over a long period of time. So yeah, 9.5. I could do 9s and I could do 10s depending on the company and the shoe type that the company makes. Kind of like how in shirts I could either be a medium or large depending on what type of fit and what type of shirt I'm putting on. Sam91 is asking kind of a business question. I do appreciate these type of questions. He's asking, what are your future plans and ideas for the channel? What direction would you like to see the channel go? Like sticking with the reviews, some vlogging matches, or doing something else? So I've talked about this several times, and I've talked about it with my boss at my desk job. I'm a software engineer, and it's no secret that I do want to do YouTube full time. I just have to find a way to grow this channel even more, and it's growing fairly well thanks to you guys and the ideas that you've given me and the community that has come together through Essential Tennis, just the YouTube content creators in general, and also the tennis community online. But in order to supply myself with enough money and enough direction and enough content for you guys to be able to consume and enjoy and stay well informed in the tennis community using this channel and a few others, I do have to monetize in certain different ways. Right now, I am only making money off of YouTube ad monetizations because I reached that metric, I believe, in December of 2020, which was rather quick. But I do have a few other ideas, such as, I think it's called YouTube memberships, or where you get special content using the YouTube platform if you sign up, but I haven't found a good way to do it. Obviously, I'm not gonna sell out. I'm not gonna be biased. I'm not gonna take sponsorship deals from Wilson, Lux Lawn, or Yonex, or any of those tennis racket or tennis string manufacturers because I still do intend on reviewing those specific types of tennis equipment in a very consumer-friendly light, where I could still criticize, chew up, and mock some of these bad products and overpriced items that these companies are trying to sell you guys. So again, this is an anti-marketing channel. I'm cutting through the marketing bullshit so you guys understand what's best for you and your game and your budget. But to make the long story short, I really don't know yet, but I still intend on reviewing and showing match play. I still intend on reviewing tennis rackets, tennis strings, and showing match play and analyzing match play on a very regular basis, even when I do end up taking YouTube as my full-time job, which I hope is sooner rather than later. Thank you. Irulan is asking, do I have any tennis-related New Year's resolutions? So I'm gonna criticize this question, Irulan, and I'm not criticizing you, because I personally think if it takes you one rotation on a piece of rock circling a star at a certain point in order to make some sort of resolution or life-changing habit to make yourself a better person, I don't think that's gonna last very long. I personally think these types of resolutions or these habits should definitely come from within. It shouldn't be some sort of calendar event on, hey, just because I'm flipping the year from 2020 to 2021, I'm automatically a better person in every way, shape, or form. No. I personally think you should be doing that every single day, every conscious moment that you're able to. That is how you become a better person day by day, not because of some New Year's resolution. So Irulan, I appreciate it. Love the comment, love you, but that's my honest feedback. Thank you. Stone is asking, let's say you're playing a match and there's a lot of hotties around watching. Oh man, what's your move to get some attention? I am going to avoid this question because I am happily not single. And even if I was single, I would like to think that I'm not that type of Chad Broster type of deal to just flex his muscle and show off that he's still in good shape even at a later age, and he's relatively well off, and he's a famous YouTuber, and he drives a really nice car, and all that stuff, because I would never, ever do that. In all honesty, I'd probably just hit some one-handed backhands. That's it for this week, guys. Hope you enjoyed this. And if you guys have any questions, leave a comment down in the section below. I do live stream Tuesdays and Thursdays at 7 p.m. Central Time. And as always, happy hitting.